Okay, testing for cannabinoids. First thing, read the question. Question number one, which of these words best describes the trend of fatal crashes involving marijuana between 2013 and 16? Um, so it looks like over time it goes up. So of these, the only one that has the word up in it is upward. So it's going to be A. Erratic, even if you don't know what erratic means, this is one of those where if you use process of elimination, this one is a little too simple for process of elimination. But if you got to the point where you couldn't, it was either going to be upward or erratic, upward is going to be a pretty solid answer. This looks taller and taller and taller. If these were skyscrapers, erratic means like all over the place, and that's not what describes these graphs. Okay, two or three things that you notice about the graph. That's the trend is the first thing that I noticed, that deaths involving cannabinoids in car accidents has gone up. And this is, the gray stuff is just marijuana. That cannabinoid is marijuana, cannabis. Anyway, is the word most people are familiar with. But involved in other things, it's interesting that it looks like another thing I noticed is that in 2016, the most recent year they have here, crashes just involving marijuana were higher than crashes involving marijuana and alcohol. And it looks like for the first couple of years it was about the same, but crashes with just marijuana are increasing. Other things I notice, one, this is just a Colorado study. Two, I think Colorado legalized marijuana in 2013. So this is what probably why they started the chart here. At this point, they probably have other years they can add, but haven't yet. What's the main idea? For a main idea of a graph, I always look for the title or explanation. And testing for cannabinoids, that's not really, that title doesn't tell me the main idea, just that they tested. But this little blurb below it, the number of drivers involved in fatal crashes who tested positive for marijuana use in Colorado rose 145%. So more people are dying since marijuana has been legalized in Colorado. More people are dying in car crashes with marijuana in their system than they used to. That's the main idea. This doesn't talk about other kinds of marijuana injuries. This is only when people die in a car crash and they test them after they are dead. Conclusions that I can draw. This is sort of tempting to draw political conclusions that like this marijuana is a danger and is killing more people. I would be reluctant to make that my conclusion because the sample size here is 47 people, 66 people, 88 people, and 115 people. And maybe that's a lot of people. Certainly if you knew one of those people, that would be really significant. But I also don't know how many people are dying without any of this in their system. Maybe it's much, much higher. In which case this, without context, I guess the main idea, the big point here is that without context, I don't know whether I should be outraged or horrified or sad, or I should just kind of shrug my shoulders. It's definitely an unmistakable trend that this is going up, that the trend is going upward. But I'd want to see more other statistics that show the bigger picture. That's it. The end.